Hi everyone, John here from Operating by John Bruton. Today, I want to walk you through how I perform in-depth research using Perplexity, specifically Perplexity Computer, and then Claude, and how I produce very high quality research reports for consulting clients and also for my content and newsletter work. We're going to cover a whole manner of things, how the research is conducted, how we get very high quality, always attributable, accurate research completed, then how we write that up, how we use the data that we collect from the research to produce high quality original charts, and then how we also can brand those charts to be in the brand identity of Operating by John Bruton and for my consulting work. So anyhow, there's so much talk right now about are we in an AI bubble or are we not, or what's going on with the state of play in the markets, and where are we headed, and obviously there's some clear uncertainty there. So I'm going to put a research report together today that compares what happened in the late 90s and early 2000s with the dot-com bubble against what is currently happening today and see what we can learn from it. So I'm going to hop into Perplexity Computer here. I'm using WhisperFlow to do all of my dictation. Here we go. Hello, Perplexity. I would like you to conduct deep research on the history of the dot-com bubble and crash happened in the late 90s and early 2000s. I want to understand that period in technological history, and then what I want to do is I want to compare it quantitatively and qualitatively to what we are experiencing today in the AI landscape, and what is the state of play with startups today as they comparatively align with what was happening with startups back during the dot-com era. I'm interested in similar historical trends. I'm interested in the trajectories of companies back during the dot-com era and how those might be mimicking or not the current state of the markets for AI. Please conduct exhaustive research on these pieces of history, and make sure to come back with plenty of financial data and historical data for me to understand what has happened, and then to be able to produce charts and graphs and visualizations that could help me, my audience, my clients to better understand what is going on today. Okay, great. And now let's go get to work. All right, so it is going to get to work here. Again, I'm operating in Perplexity's, I'm actually operating in Perplexity's Comet browser, which is amazing. It's my browser of choice on my computer, on all of my computers, work and personal, and I'm using Perplexity Computer to conduct this analysis today. So you can see here is the path that it's going to take to deliver my report. So we'll circle back in a few minutes and see what it created. Thanks. And we're back. We have our two deliverables. We have the data comparison. We have the bubble and AI boom, the dot-com bubble and AI boom quantitative and qualitative report. So let's take a look at what we got here with this. So this is a data comparison. It is an Excel spreadsheet that has sets of tables in it. We have all kinds of data here. This is terrific. Loads of historical information, fun to review this, and then we have the actual report itself too, with, as you can see, the charts are built into said report. Terrific. Also, when I publish this, I will publish a shorter version of it that just shows kind of the outcomes across the various tasks, and then I will also publish the full long form version of it. This task to create this took about 33 minutes of work across about 140 different tasks that the team of agents that Perplexity deployed perform. Sometimes watching the full video is valuable and interesting, because it also shows in Perplexity which models were being chosen for which particular activities. So anyway, here is our report. Okay, great. Now, next, I'm going to hop over to Claude. So this, and then I'm going to hop over into Claude here. Fantastic. We are in a co-work session. I'm going to say this. Hello, Claude. I'd like you to review these two different files. One is a Excel file that is a data sheet doing a comparison between the dot-com bubble in the late 90s and early 2000s against the current AI boom. And then the second is a complete quantitative and qualitative report about this period of history. First, what I would like you to do is to run my elite research skill against this research to double check to make sure that everything that we have here appears accurate to you. And then secondly, what I want you to do is I want you to then take this report and the data, and I want you to come back to me with a set of recommended visuals that we can create with my personal brand to help visualize things in my particular aesthetic. So take care of that first task. Great, thank you. And for fun here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna hop over into Fable, and we are then going to add these files here since we're on our last day of Fable use. It'd be fun to see what Fable can do with this. So let's ding. We're gonna add both of these in here. Here are the files. Great, Claude, go get to work. All right, and we will come back and see what Claude has created for us. And we are back. Our verification is complete. One of the things I wanted to mention here too is that when working with Perplexity Computer, it's a very powerful research engine. It's terrific because all feedback, all output is attributable, and the quality of the research and the writing and the graphs and charts and things, it's very high. However, one of the things that I always do is I immediately take it out of the Perplexity Computer environment. I bring my research over into Claude, and then I run against a more powerful model that may have been used over in Perplexity Computer to verify any issues. And as you'll see here, there are a series of errors. There was an error 1, error 2, Anthropic's valuation trajectory is mislabeled in the report. Cisco's negative 66% peak to trough is not a peak to trough. Of course, the AI VC funding series stops a full record year short. So anyway, these types of errors that obviously are significant and I need to capture, but when the entire report is done, I will go through, I will read the entire thing, review it, and do some additional work. However, this is kind of my first layer of checking, my first check and balance against the work that's being completed. And generally speaking, I find this to really work very well. And I think it's a good strategy for anyone who's doing a lot of research to go collect all the information that you need in one place, all the data that you need in one place, but then have another model that can reference against this, hopefully maybe a more powerful model than what you had before. Additionally, I ran my elite research skill against all of this. It's a pretty advanced and very involved skill that I've developed here, updated and tweaked it over the last six months or so. But again, building a very high quality research skill in Claude is a terrific thing to do, and it's definitely something that we'll be working on this summer in my Operate course. So anyway, I just wanted you all to have the advantage of seeing that. And then next, okay, Terrific. Now that the checks have all been done, all of our work moving forward should update against all of these corrections. I approved them all. And next what I would like you to do is I would like you to take the JB personal brand skill, that is my brand identity for Operating by John Bruton. And I would like you to take all of the charts from the original sources that I created and any charts, graphs, visualizations that you think could be useful, tables that you think could be useful to putting this full report together. And I would like you to recreate these charts using the personal brand skill. Great, and I'm just gonna drop this in here just to make sure that it's, there we go. Okay, great. And again, I'm using WhisperFlow to do all my dictating. There's some little errors and things in here. Not a big deal, will not impact the quality of the work. Let's keep going. And we are back, and look at what we have here, folks. We have 12 charts. We have a single PDF with all the charts in it, and we have an HTML page that'll show us all of them. So let's go take a look. All right, so here are the charts that we've created for this. Series of infographics. Here's the index multiplied 6.2x in 5 years. Look at this. The dot-com bubble. I remember this. I was graduating high school in 1999. So this was my coming of age period. These are beautiful. I couldn't be happier with these. These are just fantastic. Wow, what great work. I'm especially pleased with how well proportioned everything is across all of these slides. Look at this. This is just beautiful. All right, now I'm gonna hop back over into Claude. And again, we have all the charts here. So you can see each individual chart is its own PNG file for us here. Can push all of them out to Google Drive. Then we have a single PDF with all the charts. Now for the final act here. These are great, Claude. Now please produce an entire research report that is inclusive of these charts, written in the operating voice. Report needs to be very clearly written, professionally written, with little emotion, just telling the story and the history and walking the readers through the numbers and how these two periods of business and technological history compare. Please return the final report to me in a PDF format and brand the entire thing against JB Personal Brand. And we will come back when it is done. Fantastic. Great. Looks like some of the charts had a difficult time embedding. That is okay. Here, let me open this. All right, so here we go. Here is the full report. Again, some of the charts had a difficult time embedding. That is just fine with me. I will go back, say, Terrific. Let's create this as a Word document that I can then embed the charts into, or a Markdown file that I can work with to then format and embed the charts into. So that will be my next bit of work here. I will also take time to review the entire report. And when I release this video, I'm sorry, my daughter is wanting to say hi, baby. Anyway, when I'm complete with that work, I will then share the video. I will also share the final report for what I built today with all of the charts and the fully, the final edited version of everything that I've put together today with this work. But thank you so much for following along. I hope you found this helpful. Understanding how to do high quality research using these tools is really critical, and understanding the role that a platform like Perplexity plays and what Perplexity Computer is capable of, and then what you're also able to do with well-developed skills in Claude is just so essential to becoming AI fluent. If this sounds interesting to you, if you want to learn how to do this, please be sure to sign up for Operate, the Summer of AI Fluency course I am teaching starting this Tuesday, July 21st. With my good friend Wissal Kader. We couldn't be more excited about it. Currently, as we come up to the deadline on the course, if you use code TAKE500, get $500 off. So it would be $19.99 instead of $24.99 to take the course. Anyway, we're going to have a great summer. We're going to teach a lot of people how to become AI fluent. We're going to learn a ton. If any of this looked interesting to you today and you want to learn how to do the same, I would love to help teach you. Thank you so much. Have an absolutely exceptional day.